is the Pumpkin Spice Girl podcast, episode 1. I'm Grace.
I'm Skylar.
I'm Jonathan.
And before we get started, we're going to clarify, only 2 of us are actually white girls.
You don't know that.
Jonathan is an Asian male.
You don't know that.
So, well, take our word for it. So, we're really excited to be recording this podcast again, because the first time the files got corrupted, and we were all very sad. But basically, we're just 3 homeschool teenagers that like memes and pop culture and coffee, obviously.
And Vine.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Vine, I miss you.
And we have this podcast because we're having fun.
And because we're hilarious.
Yeah,
Sure.
Absolutely.
And who doesn't want to listen to our voices for hours?
Our parents are probably the only ones that are going to listen to this.
True.
Except
So-
mine.
Give us a like if you're not our parents.
Yeah.
So-
Or if you're from Canada.
what Canadians are going to listen to us?
Sure. I mean,
Screw
anything is
Canadians.
possible.
Oh.
Canada's amazing. So
Be
excuse
nice
you.
to Canada. Give us a like if you're listening from Canada.
We love you, Canada.
Except for Jonathan. Canada.
Canada?
Canada.
Canadians.
You might want to edit some of that out.
The snow Mexicans.
So let's just say a couple things about ourselves and then we will move on. I'm Grace. I am 17. I am the oldest of 6 kids. And I dance. I'm special.
Sick.
I'm Skylar. I'm 14. I'm so little. But I like Supernatural and dank memes, and I watch way too many Vine compilations.
I'm Jonathan.
Age.
Oh yeah. 15. Loves dank memes. Cannot talk either.
And is Asian.
That's why I can't talk.
That's important. The important part is that he's Asian.
Pretty much.
So, introductions out of the way. Let's get started. So, we are all in a book and movie club, which essentially we meet once a month and we have all read the book most of the time, and then we watch the movie counterpart of the book. And this month was The Great Gatsby, which I had never seen before, which is surprising because it has Leonardo DiCaprio's beautiful face in it.
Not the only thing part of him that's beautiful.
Every part of Leonardo DiCaprio is beautiful. So here is your spoiler warning. The book is rather old, but if you haven't read it yet and you don't want to be spoiled, this is your warning.
Honestly, compared to other classics, though, I didn't think that the writing was that hard to keep up with.
I didn't get engaged with the book until toward the end, and it's like, oh, now he's dead. Great, so now I care about this character, and now he's dead.
Yes.
I feel like the other ones I've read, like, the 1975, and, like,
1974.
1975.
No, all of you are wrong. 1984 is the book.
Well, whatever.
Wow.
I liked that one. That was a good read.
I felt like that
too.
one was, like, harder to
Yeah, of course
pay
it was.
attention to.
Well, it's about a lot of things that you probably don't understand. The Great Gatsby.
Oh, roasted!
The Great Gatsby was kind of like, it was just one of those very old-fashioned books that, like, if you were rich and proper, you would read it, even though it, like, was written in the 50s or something. The movie was good. We watched the Leonardo DiCaprio version. We watched the Leonardo DiCaprio one, and my brother thought that the gif where he's like toasting the guy with like fireworks in the background, my brother always thought that was James Bond. It's like, no, it's The Great Gatsby. So that was a learning experience.
I thought the character Nick and Gatsby should have hooked up.
Same. They were obviously gay for each other.
Yeah, they
and
were.
I feel like it was a huge flaw in the movie to not have them get together.
Yeah, if Gatsby was gay for Nick, and not just,
he
spend time
would
with...
never have died.
Yeah.
Ever.
Being gay
Because-
saves your life.
That's the important thing to learn from this podcast.
Because
Being
being
gay
gay,
may save your life.
we're all straight here. Well, except maybe Jonathan. Jonathan has a hashtag in the homeschooling community where it's hashtag secretly bi, as in bisexual.
The world will never know whether
Yeah,
he's straight or not.
We're not entirely sure. I know I'm straight. I can't speak for Skylar, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Skylar is straight too. But we're getting off topic.
Off topic.
I did like the portrayal of Nick. He was kind of how I imagined him as in the book, and plus Tobey Maguire's always a win. So, because
Yes.
Tobey Maguire has a beautiful face too. Tobey Maguire and Elijah Wood look incredibly alike.
I don't know who Elijah
Well,
Wood
all
is.
white people
Frodo.
look incredibly alike.
Oh.
He's also the penguin in Happy Feet. He's
Okay.
Mumble the penguin. Have you never seen Happy Feet?
I mean, I have when I was like 4.
I love Happy Feet. It makes me happy.
Well,
It makes my feet happy.
it makes them tingle
What?
with excitement.
What?
Oh, this has gotten extremely off topic.
I don't know about that, but
Happy Feet is a good movie.
Yes.
iconic.
But that's beside the point. So if you had to rate the movie, The Great Gatsby, 1 star being the worst and 5 stars being the best, where'd you put it?
I'd give it like a 3. Because I feel like it was a really long movie, and
It
a
was-
lot
it was
of
a-
the scenes...
It was a 2.5 hour movie.
A lot of the scenes could have been cut down significantly.
Like what?
Like their one fight scene when Gatsby was fighting over Daisy with her husband,
Oh, yeah.
and they argued for like 45 minutes, and it's like, well, you could have punched him in the face a lot sooner. So, I don't know. That was my main issue. It was very long, but overall, I thought it was pretty good.
No.
What about you, Jonathan?
I will give it like a 3.5. Not enough cabbage and not enough gay.
Oh, no.
There was some like potatoes in the street. There could have been cabbage.
Could have been. But the thing is... Yeah, my thoughts are a little too complicated to
I'm
try to get
I'm
out.
gonna go ahead and give it a 4, but that's from looking at, because I look at movies very technically most of the time, so thinking about the costumes and like the cinematography. The music was strange though, because the music was like, it was
Yeah,
these
I did not love the
1920s
music.
parties set to hip-hop music, subpar hip-hop music. So like, but looking at it like in every other angle, it was a very well told story, and it had some beautiful camera angles. I enjoyed the actual movie aspect of it. That's a 4 for me. But like storytelling wise, I'd give it like a 3.
Yeah, the lighting cinematography, or whatever how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
It makes certain portions of the movie, the main portion of the movie, seem less like reality, more of some crazy dream.
And that's because that's how Nick is remembering it. Because,
Yeah.
like, you think about it, he's drunk for a lot of the time.
And then when it gets to like the asylum portion, or after Gatsby dies, it becomes
very
much
bleak.
more. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of like Nick is that's a director idea, and that's also props to the like the set designers.
Yeah.
Like have these and the lighting people. Lots of people make movies, but it's like these beautiful, gorgeous like places, and they're so bright and vibrant, and then when you go back to reality, it's dark and cold. That's so there it is, our review of The Great Gatsby. It's an older movie. You can go watch it.
Yes.
So, at the time of this recording, it is the 6th of January when we are recording this, which means Christmas happened like 2 weeks ago. And I'm just putting this segment in because I want to rant about something that happened during my Christmas. But how are your guys' Christmases? Did you have good holidays?
My Christmas is pretty great. I didn't really get any Christmas cookies, which was sad. But
That's really sad.
I know. But like overall, it was pretty lit. I thought it was a great time.
Did you get anything of like...
So
Extreme.
I got a great BuzzFeed Unsolved t-shirt. that I was told several times that I wasn't going to get.
Oh, my parents did that
So
with me one time.
I was really excited.
One time I wanted Piano Guys tickets for my birthday, and my parents were like, I'm not sure. Turns out they bought the tickets like back in July, and for my birthday was September. So it was parents are mean sometimes.
Oh, I also got a 3-day pass to Comic-Con, so that's always great.
Why didn't you start with that? That's the best. Why did I ever think of that? That's a good idea.
This year they have lanyards instead of wristbands.
Ooh.
Ooh, lanyards.
Lanyard.
Lanyards.
I love me a good lanyard.
What about you, Jonathan?
Oh.
Anything special?
Some relatives came over. I stayed in my room to avoid them.
Pretty much me at any family gathering ever.
My grandparents came over, and it was very interesting to talk to them because they sort of come from a different age where when you go get a job, it's because you want to make money and survive and support your family. We live in a more modern age where you get a job because you like the job.
Well, also money and support for family, but like...
Also, so you can go shopping.
Yeah, following your dreams is a much bigger thing these days. Back then it was like, yo, suck it up, get a job, son.
Yes.
Support your family. Get like 5 kids.
Go work at that suit factory. I don't care what you want to do.
Go work in that coal mine.
Man, I wish I could work at the coal mines.
Why?
You can thank the Newsies for the fact that you can't.
Yuck. Ugh.
Jake is my brother. He's always upset about that too.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I'm gonna rant here.
Okay.
I
Sorry.
have a 4-year-old brother. His name is Will. He's pretty cute. Sometimes he's annoying. Will, for Christmas, asked Santa for a car. Like, one of the ones where you plug it in and then, like, it's motorized. I was always told, like a Barbie Jeep. So, I was told as a child that those things were dangerous and that we were never, ever going to get one. And so, he got it. It's a blue Jaguar car with butterfly doors. And me and Jake were the ones that put it together. And I got mad at it multiple times because you had, like, the wheels together and then the steering wheel, and then we had to figure out how to charge it. And he has definitely almost run over me multiple times. And I'm kind of jealous because I always wanted a car like that when I was a kid.
I'm sure you could still drive it if you tried hard enough.
No, because the weight capacity is like 75 pounds.
Oh.
I am more than 75 pounds. So, and like their idea is like, oh, Henry can use it too. Henry's the youngest brother. But I have multiple siblings in between me and Will. Those siblings could have used a car. What the heck? So that's my Christmas rant.
What the heck, Mom?
Yeah,
What the
Santa.
heck?
No, it's Santa's fault. Freaking Santa.
Yeah, I remember being like, well, those things are cool. My dad was like, not enough money.
Not enough money. But other than that, my Christmas was great. So, rant over. Did you guys what do you guys like for food, like, on Christmas? We kind of talked about Christmas cookies.
Sleeping pills?
Oh, no.
Okay, let's not. Keeping this PG here with these depression jokes.
I'll just go over their heads.
We always go over to my grandparents' house on Christmas Eve, and we just eat, like, a random assortment of entrees.
We have chili on Christmas Eve. We have chili that cooks all day, and then we come back from Christmas Eve Mass, and we eat chili.
Oh yeah, my family made chili too, and I made some potato soup.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
I don't really like chili, so...
I made Buckeyes for Christmas and for Santa, which I just ate them. And Buckeyes are, if you don't know what they are, they're essentially just like chocolate around peanut butter, and they're the most delicious things in the universe. They're so good. I love Buckeyes. Like, those are kind of what I try to make every year for Christmas. Because, like, there's a Christmas that I remember very fondly because we just had this giant, like, Tupperware container of Buckeyes that we kept open in the fridge. So, like, you could just wander in and grab a Buckeye. That was a good Christmas.
Yeet.
Yee.
Yee.
Jesus.
Oh gosh. That's not cool.
Oh, but it is.
Oh, so cool.
Well, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, guys. Here's to 2018.
Either a little late or way too early.
Yeah.
Never too early for Christmas.
No, we still have our tree up.
Who
We
actually
have all of our
says
stuff up still because Epiphany is today. So
what?
Epiphany is the anniversary of, well, not the anniversary, but like when we commemorate the three wise men coming to
Oh, I had
Jesus.
no idea what
Which
that
actually
was.
probably happened while Jesus was in Egypt when he was like 2.
Oh,
So-
well, that's disappointing.
It's strange how the Bible
So they
doesn't.
probably like went to a house.
It's strange how the Bible doesn't specify the amount of wise men. Like could have been 2,
There are 3.
but it doesn't
There's-
specify.
No, it doesn't. No, there doesn't ever specify how many wise men there are.
Oh.
It's
There could have been a
traditionally
flock.
3.
There could have
'Cause-
been 10.
It's traditionally 3 because they mentioned gold, frankincense, and myrrh. So they're like, oh yeah, so one
It was
thing for
probably
each.
more than 3 since those
Wouldn't
are
it suck if there were like 4 of you and then everyone got to hold something except for you, and then you show up and you're just like, hey, I'm just along for the ride.
I think the
I have
reason
nothing to give
it
you.
would have been more than 3 is because those are very expensive items, and carrying them
Mm-hmm.
around like nobody's business will probably get you robbed or killed,
Yeah,
But, yeah, probably.
potentially both.
Potentially.
or some
wrong.
other things that we won't mention here.
Oh no. Okay then.
That laugh.
All of us have strange laughs. We were doing some tests and we were listening to the laughs, and yeah, we're a bit weird. In case you haven't noticed at this point. So we're gonna move on to a segment that we hopefully will be doing every episode, where, in case you haven't noticed yet, Jonathan is a character.
Oh, am I?
So, I have spent many car rides with him, and there are just some strange things that come out of his mouth. So, we're gonna have I don't remember what we were gonna call it, like Jonathan's random deep thought of the day or something.
Yeah, I think that was it.
So, Jonathan, take it away. What do you have for us?
Okay, so there's some common traits among psychopaths,
Oh no.
and there's sort of these questions that if you answer in a certain way, we can sort of anticipate your likelihood of being a psychopath.
Great,
So-
this is exactly what we need.
Oh, yes.
Obvious.
And, so, let's start with the first question. Okay, so say you're robbing a house for whatever reason. You have a knife in hand.
What?
You got the loot in your left hand. You're about to, get out. But you've noticed that the person living in the house is hiding in the closet. What do you do?
Well, first of all, I want to be robbing a house in the first place.
Okay, how about this? They have been mistreating their cat or dog.
Oh, how dare
So you're
they?
stealing the cat
That
or dog
horrid
away
human
from them?
being.
Let's think about that.
Heck yeah, I'm gonna go steal that dog. So,
You know
I
where they
think-
are.
for the most part, I would just leave them alone. Sure, they're a terrible person for abusing their animal, but I'm not trying to inflict any real physical pain. I mean, if they're gonna come out of the closet, maybe, like, kick them a couple of
Out of their
times.
closet.
But if they, like, come out and, like, try and attack you, obviously you're gonna, like, defend yourself. But I wouldn't, like, seek out to hurt them.
How about you, Grace?
I'd probably like push up some furniture against the closet door so that they can't get out.
Oh, that's a smart move.
And take a match and just...
No,
surprise
no,
them.
no. I've already have broken and entered and taken things. I'm just gonna like make sure they're incapacitated for a
The
long
only
time.
bad thing is if they have like a phone, they call the cops or something, and then
Okay,
you're just
so
screwed.
the psychopath answer is to basically walk away from the door, but then slowly walk back. So they think that you left, but you actually didn't. So when they walk out,
You're there.
yeah.
Oh gosh, that's
Well, that's
scary.
deviant.
So yeah,
So I'm not a psychopath. Not yet.
not yet.
Good.
Well, you haven't heard the rest of the questions, so.
Yes.
Oh no, there are more.
Yeah. Okay. So you're in 2 buildings. You live in this sort of apartment building, a few stories upwards, and you look out your window and you see a guy being killed by a psychopath.
911.
What?
Then the guy points at you and then sort of points downwards to the bottom of the building and back up to you a few times, and you see him leave. What was he doing by the pointing?
What was he doing?
Yeah, like, why was he doing that?
That's kind of an odd question.
So he
Yes.
killed a man,
Mm-hmm.
and he pointed up to you,
Uh-huh.
then back down,
Yeah.
then up,
Yeah, to the bottom of the building and back to your floor. What did
and
he do?
then left?
Yeah.
What was he doing?
Yeah, with the finger motion.
I feel like there are multiple things that could have been possibilities here. I mean, if you see the dude and he's like your bro, he's your best friend,
You just killed him, bro.
and he just killed someone. That's obviously not something to look for in a friend. But
Or is it?
maybe if he's signaling down, he wants you to take the blame for the fact that he just killed someone. Otherwise, he could have killed someone, but like not really intended to kill them. Maybe someone wanted to just injure the person. He could have been signaling the fact that he wanted you to like call 911 or get the dude help before he bled out all over the sidewalk.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about what he's pointing at because I'm calling 911 because I just saw this guy got murdered.
Okay.
But if I had to think about what he was pointing at, maybe he was like looking to see if he still had blood on his hands. I don't know.
Okay, so basically he's counting the amount of floors from the bottom of your building up to your floor.
Oh no! No!
That's the most terrifying thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
So since you didn't answer it correctly, you're not a psychopath yet.
No, but no, I'm scared.
That's terrifying.
911!
I mean,
911!
obviously I'd call 911, but if you saw his face clearly, you could probably pick him out of a lineup.
Oh yeah, lock the door. Furniture up against the door.
Who just leaves their front door unlocked, though?
Yeah.
Someone that wants to get stabbed.
Duh.
Yeah, okay, next question.
Oh no.
Okay, so you're alone in a forest.
This is never good.
Slender
Don't
Man.
do
And
this.
as you're walking forward, you hear something behind you, and you get to choose out of certain out of the options that I give you on what you see. A ghost, the opposite gender, nothing, or a dog. What do you see? You don't have to think too hard about it.
So you hear a rustling.
And you look behind you, and what out of those four things do you see?
I feel like my first instinct is to go for a ghost. Because a dog, most dogs are pretty friendly if you, like, let them smell your hand and then you pet them. And, like, dogs are total sweethearts.
But I want me the
So-
ghost.
So then, like, and then if it's a dude and you're, like, just alone in the forest, completely vulnerable, bad things could happen. So, I'm thinking a ghost. Because I'm a very spiritual person.
Is Slender Man an option? Because this sounds
No,
like
well,
Slender.
Slenderman, arguably. How do you,
I'm gonna say
How do you
opposite
speak?
gender.
Okay.
really?
Yeah, because that's, like, if I think about the scenario, then that's what makes the most sense to me. Seeing nothing would just make me scared.
A psychopath would answer dog for whatever reason.
Really?
This is just statistical.
That's interesting.
That is weird.
Yeah, psychopaths have a higher chance of choosing dog. They like doggos.
So
Well, I mean, who
what does
doesn't
it
like
mean that we
dogs?
chose ghost and opposite gender? Does that mean anything?
Heck if I know.
Cool.
Okay, so I believe this is the last question.
Oh, good.
Okay, so a psychopath is in basically this clear glass elevator, and he stabs a guy how many times till he's dead?
Why do people keep getting stabbed by psychopaths?
And he lowers the elevator down to the next floor where everyone can see it. And instead of running away from the scene of the crime, he looks at his murder victim like everyone else. Why do you do this?
Why did he do it?
I feel like it's kind of a power move. Like, if he has a knife in his hand and he just brutally murdered this person in a clear elevator where everyone could see him, he's, like, people oftentimes aren't just gonna rush forward and, like, try and fight him. Like, he has a weapon. He's obviously dangerous.
Oh, he left the knife in the guy.
But
there's still a
there
knife.
any blood on him?
Nope. No
Okay.
trace. So he's just standing there.
I feel like there's
He's
still a
standing
knife.
in the elevator, staring
No,
at
right
staring
outside.
down.
Yeah, it's staring right down.
So he's in the elevator.
I think it's a
He's
power
not in
move.
the elevator.
Okay.
He's outside.
I
of it.
think it's like an intimidation thing.
I think it's just to make himself look less suspicious so that people don't know that it was him that
Did
killed
people
the guy.
already see him
Grace, you
stab
got the right
dude?
answer.
Yeah!
What?
You have a higher chance of being a psychopath now.
Woohoo! Great, because, okay, I've thought a little bit way too much about how I'd rob a bank.
Why?
I don't know,
Because-
just to think about it.
Well, if you're ever in that kind of situation, Skylar, you want to be ready.
Well, not
That
even,
thought
like,
of-
actually
that is-
physically robbing a bank, but, like, getting away with it.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought.
The only things I think about, I'm like, oh, if someone breaks into my house, what would be the steps that I would take to get away? Not like, oh, how would I rob a bank and get away with it?
I'm also extremely paranoid. Like, I'm gonna get kidnapped. So, like, I know all
Me
of the
too.
things to do. You go for the eyes, you, like, jab for the eyes, and also the family jewels.
I think less about how
Oh.
to defend
I was
against.
like, what?
I think less about defending against the murderer. I think more about being the murderer.
Great. Cool.
I'm a little afraid.
Oh, don't be.
So,
Okay,
with
then.
that wraps up our first episode.
We've only been recording for a half hour.
I know, we recorded a lot less than we did the last
This is
time.
25 minutes.
Is there
For
anything
25
else?
minutes?
Yeah.
Is there anything else we can talk about?
We need
to make it
we need a
longer?
45-minute podcast.
How about
Okay,
we
then.
talk about New Year's resolutions?
I
Sure.
don't have any New Year's
Okay, how about we
resolutions.
talk about, like, our first impressions of each other when we first met?
Oh, wait, have you all seen the newest Doctor Who Christmas special?
I haven't.
I watched it, but like I didn't really care that much, so I wasn't really paying attention.
We can do first impressions.
Sure.
Okay.
I'd be okay with that. Although I can't remember when I met you guys.
Just general first impressions.
Like, that's a little tricky because like my brother met you all before I met you guys because I was like too young to hang out with the teen group.
Oh.
So it's like I just watched from afar.
Well, I can say the first time I can really like remember getting to know Jonathan was during biology last year.
Oh, yeah.
Cause like before that he was kind of just like a person that I saw at teen events. But me and Jonathan and Jake would all sit together during biology, and that's when I kind of really got to know him. He's a smart Asian. Like, what else am I supposed to say? He is very diligent and tries really hard and is smart, and that's kind of how that's how I think about. That's kind of my first impression, is that you were smart.
Nice. Okay, so.
Skylar, let's see if I can think of
Oh
it.
no.
Oh, here we
My
go!
first
I'm
impression.
afraid.
I probably really got to know Skylar through Doctor Who Club. We did this club where we watch a Doctor Who episode and then we do a report based on it. So like it's all history. And then we meet once a month and we share our reports and then we play games. It's a lot of fun. I think that's when I really got to know you, was through the Doctor Who Club. You're very like
Here comes the truth.
Oh no.
okay. If I had to
3 words.
3 words, typical white girl.
Wow.
It's true,
That's
though.
how
That
I would
is
describe
very
you.
true.
You had one of those like pop things on the back of your phone where like you can stick your.
Not anymore, suckers.
Skylar is just the whitest of the white girls. She's always in a sweatshirt and leggings. Her hair is
That's
her
true.
hair is dyed a little bit, like it's kind of
Yeah,
left
it's like
after.
an ombre.
Freaking basic.
She likes. She
It's not like
likes
I intentionally
bands like
ombred it.
21 Pilots and other bands that I don't listen to.
Or should.
So yeah,
Hey, I listen to Post Malone, so
I don't know what that
Okay,
is.
Do you
that's
listen to-
pretty white though.
Yeah, but do you listen to Logic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wear a Logic sweatshirt 24/7.
You do. I see you wear that sweatshirt all the time.
I think I've worn that sweatshirt to every single Girl Scout meeting this year.
Probably.
Nice.
There hasn't been a Girl Scout meeting yet this year. You mean like the school
Last
year?
year.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
I'm not a scientist.
Obviously.
Jeez.
Anyways,
What about you, Jonathan?
Skylar, do you have any first impressions?
Hell, I guess.
I guess. See, I don't
Um,
remember. I don't remember meeting people. I just remember the friendships.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, like, clearly. So the first time that I, like, met Grace was at Comic-Con, like, 2 years ago.
Jeez.
That
'Cause-
sounds about right.
Because you came up and you were, like, talking to my brother, and I was like, who is this?
was I dressed as the Joker or as Where's Wenda?
Where's Wenda?
Okay.
And then I was just like, I don't know. You seemed like kind of quiet.
Yeah, that's how people
And-
receive me.
I mean, I felt like you were like a very organized, like motherly person. Like you're kind of the
Accurate.
mother of the group. Like whenever someone gets into an argument, you're like, no, guys, you need to settle down and sort out your issues.
Be mature.
So
Be
I
mature.
thought that you were definitely like really mature and like the mother.
Motherly, yes.
Person.
Mature, no.
Well, more mature than like me.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Also, we have to keep in mind that I'm like 3 years older than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the first time, like, I talked to Jonathan was like a park day, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because he was sitting there talking about spaghetti shooting out of his fingers.
yes, the spaghetti power.
And I don't know, I was just like very confused.
So for background, we were doing a like an icebreaker where you'd say your name and then like what superpower you'd like to have. And what Jonathan said for his superpower is he'd like spaghetti to shoot out of his fingers. So
Because it's
I had forgotten about that.
why would because no one wants to be covered in spaghetti, like cold spaghetti. Like if someone's being rude, I can just shoot spaghetti at them.
See,
Why
I-
not? See, if someone shot spaghetti at me, I love spaghetti. I love spaghetti.
Would you like?
I would literally pick up the spaghetti off of my body and then I would just eat it.
See, I was normal and I said that I wanted to breathe underwater, but no, shooting spaghetti out of your fingers.
Yeah.
I was just like very confused and I was like, what the heck is going on? What are you talking about? Thought you were a little odd.
Just a little bit.
But like, I don't know. That's about it.
A little odd, that makes sense.
It was a little odd, and then it just got worse.
It was all downhill from there. Alright, Jonathan's turn.
Oh yeah, my first impressions. My first.
Oh no.
Oh no.
My first impressions are always usually negative
Oh great.
because I'm very judgmental.
Same though.
So am I.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just kind of human nature.
Yeah.
I judge
Like you
people, like,
think
really
the
bad.
worst about someone until you like find out the best.
Well, kind of my philosophy on life is you need to respect people until they give you a reason not to respect them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Skylar, when I first saw her, I was like, wow, basic white girl. Avoid her. Then after a while, I started listening to her conversations. I was like, oh, okay, she's a little interesting. Maybe I should stick around.
What?
Maybe
Stick
she,
around.
Maybe she
Like you
isn't-
had a choice.
Maybe she isn't as basic white girl as I thought.
No, she's exactly as basic as you thought.
No, this is
Have you
this is
met-
past tense thought.
Oh.
Have
okay.
you met a middle school girl though? You'd be surprised at how not white I am.
This is true. Middle school girls are awful.
Comparing to an average middle school girl, I feel like I'm less white than I could be.
Yes. At least you're not like Dr. Phil or something.
Oh yeah.
No.
So basically, later on, you expressed a minor interest in psychology, and I was like, oh,
That was like a month ago.
yeah, it was. I remember everything, and I can't forget.
Okay.
So basically, first impression, basic white girl, but kind of pretty funny. So there we go.
That's good.
Okay, Grace first impressions.
Oh,
Wow, that
boy.
was a long time ago.
Yeah, we've known each other for a while.
Jeez. I need to... Okay.
Go way back.
Who is she? Why is she talking to me right now? Not used to that. Like, I was a really lonely little kid,
Oh.
so I didn't really know how, like, the whole friendship thing worked. So when she was talking to me, like, out of the blue, I was like, okay, is this how friendship works? Is this what it feels like? So that was my first impression.
All right, why is this girl talking to me? That sounds a bit right. So, the reason the three of us kind of got together as this podcast was we are in an adulting class, Adulting 101. It's basically just all the stuff that they don't teach you in school. So, like how to pay taxes and how to cook and like car and
How
getting
to
a
do your
job.
bills.
Yeah,
and
basically.
get a job.
So, one of the things that we do is each month it's a very long meeting, so we have snacks, and each month like
It's
a
like a
set amount
snack
of people
planning committee.
basically, and like you pick a theme and then you all make the food and it's great. So me, Skylar, and Jonathan all volunteered for the first one, October, and we all like pumpkin spice very much, like a lot. So we decided to have a pumpkin spice theme. So we had pumpkin spice coffee, of course. I made pumpkin spice sugar cookies, which were really good. Jonathan made like pumpkin spice truffles and then also muffins and cupcakes because Jonathan is an overachiever.
Yep.
So and that's kind of like the conversations. We set up a group chat on Facebook, and the conversations we had were just so utterly fantastic. And it's like, this could be a podcast. Like
We were essentially like, we're hilarious. People would love to listen to us.
basically, yeah.
We need to put this on the internet.
Speak for yourself.
So this is basically the result of us volunteering to make pumpkin spice stuff, which is why it's the Pumpkin Spice Girls podcast.
And then one day I was like, let's buy a mic.
Yep, and we found a mic on Amazon. I still owe Jonathan $10 for it, and we're here, and I'm having fun.
Me too.
We did have a hiccup, because we've recorded once before, and the files got corrupted, and you said like ate themselves, like
they killed themselves.
They killed themselves.
Oh.
So
they just disappeared.
That's easier to do than to eat yourself.
They just like left.
They weren't even in like the temporary file cache.
So we were like, no, there's good stuff on there. And I talked to my mom about it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that happens to podcasters all the time." It's like, so it's not just us.
Okay, good.
Like people that do it professionally have these problems. So we're doing it again. Hopefully this time the files don't decide to commit suicide.
We have a USB this time.
Yes.
They're probably Japanese or something.
Yeah, we have kamikaze files. Jonathan is our tech guy, which is funny because he's Asian, so
hilarious.
it's stereotypical. I will be doing the show notes and the social media stuff. We will have a Facebook page eventually, someday. And we record at Skylar's house.
I'm just along for the ride.
Skylar's just here because we like her and her mom lets us use their house.
Yes.
So, if you like this podcast, great. We like this podcast too.
And we're not going to stop doing the podcast, so haters back off.
Just dab on the fingers.
Our moms and our friends will probably be the only people that listen to it. But if not,
True.
Great.
You never know. We could have listeners from around the globe.
That would be amazing. It would be like the teenage sensation.
Yes.
Maybe.
Add me on SoundCloud.
So I think we are putting it on SoundCloud, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
wow.
we're on SoundCloud.
We're officially Lil Pump.
Someday.
Don't please.
Is that not such a Little Pump thing, though? Like, add me on SoundCloud.
Someday we're
Gucci
gonna
gang.
be on Facebook. Someday. Are we at 45 minutes yet?
No.
Yeah, just like
We're
8
at
more
38.
minutes. 7 minutes.
Okay, quick. What's something we could talk about?
Hanukkah.
Huh?
Hanukkah.
Those Jews.
I feel like Hanukkah is underappreciated. Granted, I don't really know anything about it, but it's underappreciated.
People just try to commercialize it. It's not even like the biggest Jewish holiday.
That's true.
People commercialize it because of Christmas. I don't know what to talk about.
Let me think.
Pull up a fan fiction.
Okay, wait. I'm on it.
Besides, I can just
A
edit out
family-friendly fan fiction.
the milk fic.
No.
No.
The Logan Paul one.
I refuse to read that.
Oh, I'm not
I
connected to your
will.
Wi-Fi.
Okay, are we starting from the beginning?
No.
From the beginning.
This is go to like the good part
It's a
where
very good
where you get
place to
pushed
start.
where he gets pushed into the milk.
Which chapter is that?
I
Is
forgot.
your Wi-Fi
The
Boba Fett?
The Fiji water is turning the snakes asexual?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Here, I got it.
Okay.
Here. It's code.
Wow, fancy.
This is amazing.
Okay.
Okay, so
Why is it unable to
Ladies and
join?
gentlemen, this is a fan fiction that we found last night. I didn't find it. Skylar did, I think.
Yes, I
Um,
did.
We will do our best to read this terrible fan fiction without cracking up too hard.
It's not letting me do the password.
Oh, well, no, you just have to hit it.
Yeah, it said unable.
Which one is it? This one?
Yeah.
Oh,
You want me to start reading?
Sure.
all right, ladies. What is this called?
It's called The Milk Fic.
All right,
Jake
ladies.
Paul and Nick Crompton.
All right,
It's every dairy, bro.
and scene.
Nick looked up at the beauty that was Logan Paul, but he wasn't that much of a beauty because he was Ryan's fiance, and Nick didn't want his boy Ryo stolen again. Heck no. Ryan, whom is this? Logan said, pointing at Nick. Nick popped his collar in fury. He would fight Logan if he had to. Haha, Logan, what are you doing here? Ryan said. Logan flipped his hair. Oh no! This was Jake's signature move, and Logan had stolen it. Babe, let's plan our wedding, Logan said. Wedding? Nick screeched. Logan was confused. Me too. Logan Paul, Ryan uttered, breaking the silence. I'm an independent woman, and I will not marry you. Logan gasped. For Ryan Ross, we've spent so many years together. No, Ryan said. Please, Logan begged. No, Ryan said. Please, Logan begged again. No, Ryan. Please, Logan begged once more. No, Ryan said. Nick watched as this intense fight happened. Ryan was roasting Logan so much. Damn. And that was when Ryan stole Logan's Roblox fidget spinner. And that was when Ryan realized he was a furry. To be continued.
Well,
Next chapter.
let's go read it.
What an
Let's switch
interesting development. Logan was so hurt. Ryan had stolen his prized possession, his Roblox fidget spinner, the one he had worked so hard to get. He had trusted Ryan with his fidget spinner, but apparently he couldn't trust him anymore.
Fidget spinner. That's my
Crawling
favorite
in my skin, Logan screeched. Oi, mate, Nick hollered. I'll push you into the milk ocean, Nick said. Logan was heckin' mad, and he broke down into a sob. Nick hollered, Oi, Logan, get wrecked. Nick dabbed. So spicy. But when Logan cried, his tears weren't made of salt. Tears like the salty person that he was. They were in like regular tears. They were tears of milk.
Yeah.
Ryan was tempted to push Logan into the milk ocean. He didn't like Logan anymore. Because his heart belonged to Nick. Nick, Ryan hissed. His voice sent chills down Nick's spine. Yes, Ryan, Nick whispered. This is calming ASMR, Ryan whispered back.
No.
Ryan ran his hands through Nick's beautiful blonde hair. Nick, will you push Logan into the milk ocean? Ryan whispered. Nick gasped, stumbling backwards in shock. He looked at Logan, who was sobbing furiously.
So funny.
Logan was trying to dab through the pain and through all of his milk tears. Nick knew what he had to do. Nick ran up to Logan with a speed outmatched by anyone, anything, or anywhere. It was Natardo fast. It was Sonic fast. And he pushed Logan into the milk ocean. Logan screeched. Ryan, how could you let this happen? Logan screeched. Logan sank into the abyss. And that was when he realized that he was a scaly.
A what?
A scaly.
Wait, okay, I want to turn. Okay.
Let's just keep rotating until we have like 50 minutes.
Okay.
Because
Ryan-
there's so much I need to edit out.
Ryan was kneeling in the bathtub, except it wasn't a bathtub. It was the milk ocean. Ryan was looking into the milk ocean where Logan had disappeared. Tears started coming down his face like a waterfall, and Nick realized that Ryan would never love him as much as he loved Logan. He thought he had a future with Ryan, but no. We're gonna censor. Nick dabbed through the pain, but it didn't help anything. Nick, have to go back. Ryan scritchled. Oi, babe, what Nick said.
Beautiful
It's
articulation.
It's because, Ryan said, I love him so much, XD. But, Menine, how could you leave me, Nick? Screechled, dabbed again. God, this person is terrible at writing. Ryan turned away from the milk ocean and wiped away Nick's tears, caressing his face. It's for the best, babe. But he wasn't slobbering incredibly, but I was. I need you, Ryro. Ryan was shooketh. I'm sorry, Nick. I need to save Logan.
Oh.
Nick shooketh his head, not believing that it could be true. Ryan was leaving him yet again. Sad. Ooh, good note. Ooh.
Beautiful.
Ryan hugged Nick one more time before he would descend into the darkness and dankness of the milk ocean.
Oh.
Nick wanted to
Dank.
dab while Ryan was hugging him, but we resisted the urge because he loved Ryro X3. Whomst are you canoodling with Ryan? Called a voice from behind. Nick turned around to see a crusty rat, more like a rat furry. Oh, hi, Brendan, Ryan said.
Oh, okay.
The plot thickens.
What?
This person is terrible
Oh, no.
at writing.
Oh no.
No, this is the best writer.
You
This
don't
is
want to
the
log
new
into Facebook.
J.R.R. Martin.
Oh, no.
Nick was kneeling in the bathtub.
Wait,
It's-
is that the one I've already read?
No.
Okay.
This is the boiling water is turning the crocodiles trans.
What?
Anyways, Nick was kneeling in the bathtub, except it wasn't a bathtub. It was the milk ocean.
Is this the one Grace just read?
No, I think Ryan was the one that was
Yeah.
kneeling in the milk ocean.
He
Okay.
stared into the murky, milky ocean. It was so deep, just like his fragile soul. You could look at that hideous rat furry that was about to steal his man's. Ryan Raddon breathed. Ryan was done with his shenanigans because ever since Brandon had brought soy milk instead of almond milk, they had been feuding intensely. Ryan would never forgive him for that. Bye, Ryan said. Nick wondered how Ryan had so many exes, except one of them were furries. He broke down to a sob again. Damn, I
No,
can't
Logan
swear.
was the one that was sobbing the first time.
I cannot swear.
Then just skip it.
But Ryan, Brendan said, I am Logan Paul. Ryan was confused as heckle. Me everything in life. This is just my Bren Von urine fursuit. Ryan gasped. Logan, he screeched. Is it really you? Logan, Brendan, furry rat noticed. And Ryan ran into his arms and they hugged while somehow dabbing. They were putting in the gay and gang.
What?
Or I'm mine. Would you stop canoodling? Nick hollered. His fragile soul couldn't take the pain, and his tears were falling into the milky ocean. But Ryan and Brendan Logan Rat didn't care, and they had their happy moment. Ryan, Logan, Brendan Rat stated. What, babe? Ryan said, winky face. Since we've been together for so long, the furry started, I would like to tell you a secret, kitty face. Yes, Ryan said. Brendan Logan wiped a tear from his cheek. This is all a lie, he cried. And Ryan was confused yet again, and Nick was just crying in the background, probably dabbing. Jesus, take the wheel. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. Logan Brittle Rat Sizzle screeched. He sighed as he realized that he had another persona. Ryan, he said. Ryan's eyes were wide. I mean, the size of the moon kill me. The rat furry thing, I don't know, said Ryan. George Ross the Fourth or something. I have another persona. He fought back the tears. I am Jake Paul. And George Ryan Milk Ross gasped. Get Shrek Ryan, and he screeched. And Shrek was shook.
Oh wow, that was an eventful chapter.
How much more is there?
So many.
Okay,
So many.
How big is
This
the
is the
series?
last chapter.
Okay.
Might as well, Skylar.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
I need to know how this ends. Or should we leave it on a cliffhanger for
Wait.
the next podcast?
Maybe.
George Ryan Milk was quaking, but Nick was quaking even more because Jakey was his bae. Oi, Jake, he screeched. Brendan rat furry, but also Jake looked up. Nice, he hollered. He ran into Nick's arms.
This is cancer.
I miss you so much, babe. Ooh. Nick felt strange, hugging this furry thing. He knew deep in his heart it was Jakey Wakey and that they were united again. Yee. Ryan was so salty, he was ready to fight. He peered over to the Team 10 house where his Nick belonged, but with him was furry Jake thing. He started to cry and felt his life being torn apart. Same. He saw them canoodling. He witnessed the horror. And then a scream sounded from the waters of the Milk Ocean. Eek! And there stood Jake Paul. The other one. Nick was shook. Wait, I forgot how many Jake Pauls there were. Nick was still shook. And then they heard music blasting from the Team 10 house. Glorious sounds that caressed and canoodled their ears. Like calming ASMR. In the most Halloween ebb was playing. Nick was listening to the beautiful song Broke into Tears. It was the song that Ryan always loved. Ryan always dabbed when he heard that song, and now Ryan wasn't dabbing. Who can say where the road goes? Nick looked at Jakey Wakey that had just emerged from the Milk Ocean. Well, Jakey Wakey with beautiful blonde hair. He looked at Nick, then Ryan, then at the furry, who had claimed to be the real Jake. Ooh.
What?
The plot thickens.
Jake pointed at furry Jake. You woo woo, he screeched.
What? The furry Jake wasn't the real Jake.
You are not the real Jake. Nick broke into tears for some reason. The furry thing glared at him. Then fight me. Hold on. Can we switch the language? We bounced in it. Solo Yukito. Queer camera di Irino.
What? Did they just like switch to
It's
Spanish?
in Spanish.
Why?
All in Spanish now?
No.
Okay.
Anyways. Hold on, Nick said. Holmes can rap his every gay bro. Perfect is the real Jake Paul. The Jake Pauls glared at each other. Nick broke into a sob. Ryan was there. Jake Paul, one was there. The furry, whom happened to be Jake, and Logan and Brendan were there. How do I end this chapter? Nick broke out into a sob. The end.
What?
What?
That's the end.
That's the end?
Nick broke out into a sob. The end.
Okay, when I think about breaking into a sob, he's just going like... like, that's it. That's all that there is.
I am going to visit this person's account and see if they have any more fan fiction.
We need more quality reading in this
Their
world.
username is called I Want to Be a Cow.
Is that why they write milk fiction?
The only fan fiction they have is the milk fic.
Oh,
That's disappointing.
there needs to be more.
Hold on. I'm
Do
going
we
to
have
comment
enough?
and be like, please write more. This is beautiful. It's been 53 minutes.
I think that's enough material.
Yeah, I'm probably.
It'll make your job a lot easier.
Yeah,
So-
I might just edit out lots of it.
Lots of it. So, that has been the Great Gatsby review. That has been Christmas. And that has been bad fanfiction in reading. Hopefully people like this. And hopefully it's not just a one-time thing.
If you don't like this, we don't care.
Dab on those haters.
Hi, Mom. I love you. And yeah. Anything you guys want to say?
Hello to our 3 listeners.
Exactly. 3 listeners.
How you doing?
What's up?
Hope you enjoyed our podcast. If not, I don't really care.
We enjoyed it.
You can listen to it.
We had fun, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So,
You can listen to this podcast while you're walking, while you're in your car, while
while
you're
you're
sleeping,
talking,
while you're in your bed.
while you're being stalked.
In the bathroom, in the shower.
Whenever. This podcast is for every occasion. You can even listen to it at Christmas dinner with your family.
Next, like this,
Not in like 300 and
some days. 'cause
35 days
it's
or
the beginning
whatever.
of
Quick
January.
math.
So, that has been the Pumpkin Spice Girls podcast. And we'll not see you guys because we can't see because they're just disembodied voices.
Well,
what a great
we'll
joke.
see your guys' comments if you leave any.
Yeah,
Ba-bum.
I'll have a Facebook page by the time this goes up for the Pumpkin Spice Girl podcast.
Hopefully.
So, this has been fun. I don't know how to end this. We didn't like think about a catchphrase.
I don't
or
know how to
anything.
end this book. Nick broke out into a sob. The end.